This is my 1-star review of Hidden Pictures. I'm just gonna lay it all out why I think this book is not only bad, but honestly kind of lazy and offensive. So Hidden Pictures is an adult thriller and follows a young woman. I think she's like 20. She just got out of rehab for drug addiction and gets a job as a nanny. The overarching story is that the child starts drawing these really creepy pictures. The young woman starts to think that the child might be seeing ghosts and that a person might have been murdered in the guest house that she's living in. This girl is a recovered addict. But in my opinion, the entire topic of addiction and recovery is so glossed over. It was so lazy, and honestly, my perception of it was that it was just used as a plot device for this character to not be believed. When she says, "I think there's a ghost," the people will be like, you're a recovering addict. We don't believe you. Or literally when anything happens, they'll just be like, "Oh my gosh, are you using again?" There's also no nuance explored in her recovery. She's just like, "Yes, I was a drug addict. I went to rehab and now I'm better." That was one of my original critiques, and people will always tell me that happens to people sometimes. That actually can be realistic for some people. Sure, it can be, but it can also just be something attributed to a character for convenience to the plot. Drug addiction is a very nuanced topic. There is no nuance to be found here about drug addiction or recovery. Second, a part of this character's recovery was finding Christianity. Is that in itself bad? Absolutely not. However, there are very strong anti-atheist themes in this book. One might even argue, and I am going to make this argument, that Hidden Pictures is just anti-atheism. The entire metaphor in this book is that people who do not believe are evil. I know people are just gonna tell me I'm crazy about this, but like, sorry, I like to read between the lines. Unfortunately, I am somebody who likes to think about the media that I consume and think about what might the author actually be saying with this. And for this entire book, our religious main character is seeing things, telling people that something is wrong, and the atheist parents of this child that she is looking after are like, "Wow, I don't believe you. Are you using again? Also, don't teach our child about religion." And there's a lot of little things too. Like, I found all of the characters to be not very fleshed out, very surface level. The mystery might have been compelling to me if it weren't for all of the plot conveniences. One last major thing that I want to talk about Hidden Pictures, and I'm gonna spoil it. One of the plot twists at the end of this book is that the little boy that the character has been taking care of this entire time is revealed to actually be a little girl. The child's parents actually kidnapped this child, so in order to not get caught, they changed the child's gender. Could there be a hidden metaphor in atheist parents forcing their child to be transgender? I'll leave that up to you. If you're not trying to make any statement there, I think that's a very strange thing to include in your work of fiction. So anyways, it's revealed that yes, these parents did kidnap this child and they also murdered his mother. That's the ghost that they were seeing the entire time that nobody was believing her when she saw. So the atheist parents were evil the entire time, and we should have just believed this girl blindly. We should have just given blind faith to her. In conclusion, my personal opinion of this book is that it is bad, lazy, and